Are you ready to rumble? And now I give the flag to our host, the Italian stallion, Simone De
Thank you and welcome to our final presentation of Start of Weekend Novi Sad, 8th edition. For who was not here on Friday, my name is Simone. I'm here as facilitator in charge of textiles for the event. First of all, I would like to remember you that, first, you can post all the pictures regarding this event on our Instagram account, incubator.biz, and use the hashtag SWNS. First, now, I'm asking you a big round of applause for the organizing team that made this event. I would like to thank here. So, Peter, Gianno, George, Cristina, Senia, Goita. And a big round of applause for the volunteers too. Thanks for welcoming me in these days. It was a pleasure to be there. You want to say something? Ivana wants to say something? Georgie, you want to say something?
No.
No. No one wants to say something. Yeah. You have a microphone.
Bravo.
Okay, thank you. And no. I'm just I don't need it. Yes. Yeah, no problem. Picture. Peter, picture. Okay, you are useless. We understood in these days, but
what?
You are useless.
Yes.
Sve su pogodila. A ja ću da se photoshopiram.
Sad ja slikam vas. Ajde. Bravo!
And thanks for the sponsor that helped all the organizing team. So thanks to Incubator, Business Incubator, thanks for the regional agency, Serbian Development Agency, thanks to Enstarter, and thanks to Vega IT. I know that we have from Vega, you want to say, you want to tell some words?
Hvala. Žela sam samo da podelim danas kratku priču sa vama, a to je kada sam se zaposlala u kompaniju Vega IT pre jedno 5 godina. Došla sam posle nekoliko mjeseci do osnivača i predložila sam im kako bi bilo baš super da osnujem udruženje Geekston, koje će se baviti organizacijom događaja gde će ljudi moći da dele znanja, da uče, da se druže, da dignemo kvalitet naših usluga u Srbiji na viši nivo. I oni su rekli, pa dobro, ajde, može. Međutim, da bi to sve pokrenuli, ja sam rekla, hajde da organizujemo konferenciju prvog Geekston za 4 meseca. I Saša Vladan, osnivača, onako su me gledali i rekli su, pa znaš Maja, to je jako kratak period, nismo sigurni, s obzirom količinu posla koje imaš, da li ćemo to uspeti, možda nećemo oduševiti ljude, kako ćemo naći predavače. Međutim, ja sam tu nastavila s njima da se ubeđujem i rekla sam, ali ne sigurno mi to možemo, ja imam osjećaj da će to biti jedan odličan događaj. Pa oni su rekli, dobro, ako ti tako kažeš, imaš budžet, imaš vreme i na tebi je sada. Naravno, 4 meseca kasnije, konferencija Geekston se dešava, udruženje Geekston je osnovano, 350 ljudi je došlo na događaj, nekoliko stranih predavača, svi su bili oduševljeni. Međutim, ono što im nikad nisam tada priznala, ali evo sada mogu, jeste da je to bila prekretnica u mojoj karijeri i da sam naučila nekoliko važnih lekcija tada, koje ću sad podeliti s vama, a to je da čak i ako naiđete na prepreke, a imate dobru ideju, imate osjećaj da možete da uspete, nemojte odustati. Da ako niste sigurni nešto ili vam treba pomoć, obavezno nađite ljude, nađite neke mentore, nađite nekoga koga ćete pitati za savjet. Znači, dovoljno je samo da date sve od sebe i jednostavno uspećete. Znači, pre ili kasnije uspećete, a ono što sam još htjela za kraj da vam poželim jeste da, naravno, danas svima vama sreću, verujem da ćete svi biti odlični i da Vega kao kompanija, mi smo krenuli kao servisno orijentisana kompanija pre 10 godina, međutim danas razvijamo proizvode i takođe ulažemo u razne startupe u zemlji i inostranstvo. Tako da želim vam svima sreću i nadam se da ćemo sarađivati u budućnosti.
Our other sponsor, InfoStat. Now, I would like to let the judges introduce themselves. So, big round of applause for. Let me try to pronounce correctly the name. Sasha, no. Yes. Anna. Oh. Jubomir. Something like that. Is it working?
It's now working now. So my name is Sasha. I'm coming from Vega IT, which is my main business. I've co-founded that company with a partner of mine 10 years ago, and in the meantime, we've co-founded or invested in several other companies. I think 11 in total. And yeah, I will try to use my experience today to ask the right questions and maybe support you in your further development. Thank you.
Ćao svima. In order to respect you and some other guys, so I will start in English and then I will translate myself. So thank you for all your efforts. And as far, I'm very sorry because we didn't manage to be the whole weekend here, but I heard that you had a great job. And I think that you as a facilitator can say that all of those people really improve this startup weekend and that it will be recognized and one of maybe the best this year. So honor to you.
Thank you.
But the great honor to
No, thanks to that.
That's for sure. Just for you to know, Serbian Development Agency is a governmental institution, implementing agency in charge for non-financial and financial support to companies in Serbia. So we are the only implementation agency and we are the only agency providing grant money for the companies in Serbia. And now I will, if you agree, I will swap to Serbian.
Yeah.
It will be easier for Simone to get rest a little bit and I will talk only 1 minute, okay? Super. So, drago mi je što vas vidim u ovako velikom broju. Razvojna agencija Srbije je neko ko, kao malo pre Maja što je pomenula, postoji tu da vam otvori vrata i da neke odgovore koje možda nećete dobiti u nekim drugim institucijama. Ono što je strašno važno je da smo organizacija koja kroz 16 regionalnih agencija, od toga vi u Vojvodini imate u Novom Sadu, u Rumi, u Zrenjaninu, u Pančevu i u Subotici, ovakve vrste agencija koje zapravo služe da daju informacije koje nefinansijske i koje finansijske programe podrške mi zapravo omogućavamo. Šta je za vas bitno? Bitno je da ćete danas pokazati kako ste radili dobru stvar, da niste odustali. Bitno je da će se možda sve ove vaše ideje ili realizovati u nekom kratkom vremenskom periodu ili ćete možda otići na neku sasvim drugu stranu. Bitno je da ste upoznali neke ljude, bitno je da ste dobili tonu nekakvih korisnih informacija, a ono što vam ja predlažem je sledeće. Ući ćete na sajt ras.rs, uvek se možete obratiti našim kolegama iz inkubatora vezano za sve ono što stoji na raspolaganju od strane nas. Što se start-up kredita tiče, možete pogledati na sajtu Fonda za razvoj kredite pod povoljnim uslovima za osnivanje vašeg biznisa. Što se našeg programa tiče, nemamo trenutno za startup, ali imamo za postojeće kompanije i pogledajte šta imate tu na raspolaganju. Ono što mi je također drago da ovdje postoje ljudi koji su u okviru našeg zajedničkog pilot projekta Rast i Akcelerator, koji radimo zajedno sa Biznis inkubatorom Novi Sad, i verujem da će ovo danas biti samo početak nekog našeg druženja i ja se nadam da će to biti i dobro profesionalno druženje, a verujem i jako dobro privatno. Želim vam sreću i ono što ćete sigurno imati je trema, ali hajde zaboravite tremu i samo govorite istinu, govorite ono što osjećate i govorite ono do čega ste došli za ova 3 dana. Srećno!
Dobro, ja ću na srpskom. We will live in English, Ljubomir, only to practice afterwards. Ljubomir Jovanović, Omega Consulting Team, konsultantska kuća Dominantno. Imam priliku svakog dana da sam u različitim firmama, od 10 do 1010 zaposlenih. I ovo na početku su vam, najslađe muke. Ono sve posle toga, čisto da znate, malo drugačije u odnosu na sve to što ćete da doživite. Na početku, rekla Ana, verujete ono što radite, spremni da preuzmete rizik, pa ko preživi pričat će. Posle svega toga, srećno vam danas, probat ćemo da budemo što realniji u ovom trenutku, ali do vas je da probate da nam pokažete šta ste to spremili u 3 dana.
Now, let me recap quickly the judging criteria. You already know, we talked about it on Friday. You have received an email. The 3 macro criteria that the judges will use will be validation, execution and design, and business model. Now, are you ready to pitch?
Yes.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how pitch will work. Your team will have 5 minutes. Then there will be 3 minutes of question. 5 minutes are strict. This means that if at the 5 minutes of the timer that there is on the desk, you haven't finished, I will interrupt you in a really rude mode. And the judges will start their question. Please have the next team ready to pitch during the question asking phase. So, you will pitch here, the judges will do the question there. I would like to see the next team ready on this side of the room. And please tweet and send the Instagram using the account SWNS. Now something that I don't have to tell you. Times to pitch 4. And you have to choose which will be the first one. Wait, and you have to choose the second. And then you have to choose the third. Later. So the first to pitch, do you want to announce? Oh, we have to announce. Okay. Comuna is the first After Comuna, please have on that side of the room Imogen. You have the timer there. This is, sorry? You are ready? Oh, you're ready. No problem. Try the microphone. Hello, hello. This one, put them here. iPhones there already open to, and then you have to move on the right side. No. What do you want to do? Okay. I will stay here in case of a need. Are you ready? Whenever you are ready, she will start the timer.
Hi, my name is Ivana, and I'm a strong supporter of sustainable fashion and design. My team and I believe that the future will favor independent creators that make and sell handmade artisan products. We actually bet our company on that. And we we also have studies to show that this statement is true. Designers are in fact the best ambassadors of creativity and spirit of our country. The problems that we ran into are that local crafts are going into extinction. There's insufficient support of small producers. Products made by small producers are so hard to find and usually only available at city bazaars. There's a lack of organized marketplace in Serbia. So a solution could be to make a platform that would enable small and independent producers to distribute their products. But our solution is to make a social commerce marketplace that would enable everyone to easily and without risk distribute their products online. A demo version that we made over, well, like today, and we'll show you what the benefits of our website would be. So this is our website of Komuna. I'm logged into my account, and for example, I'd like to purchase a t-shirt from Delgado brand. I'll put it in my basket. I'd also like to purchase ceramic earrings from Glina. Put it in my basket, and with one click, I'm able to purchase that. And in 2 days, they're on my door, and I'm ready to wear them. The marketplace we're talking about is around 100 independent designers that are currently working in Serbia right now. And the marketplace is around 65,000 people that attend city bazaars and night bazaars annually. Our business model is to take a commission from sales, have a fixed price for promoted listings, and acquire partner sponsorships. Our competitions are social media channels and C2C marketplaces. Our marketing plan is to personally visit producers, and this is our big advantage. Use social media platforms to create a community. Also use our blog to do the same and present our producers. Promote at design markets and contact and communicate via email. Our team are these wonderful 4 people that made this happen. And the costs that we need to create private beta launch is to create a platform implementation and maintenance in the first year, plan business visits, that's for gas expenses, make content, market our platform with the help of influencers, and pay for hosting and domain. Thank you so much.
Judges, question time for you, 3 minutes, if you have a question.
Thank you for the presentation, it was great. Did you already speak with some independent producers about your platform and whether they would be interested in using it?
Actually, we did. We had a great mentor here that also makes handmade products. So we had a chance to speak to her, and actually her form of sales is through Instagram, and she stated or confirmed that in fact it's not the best place to sell because it creates miscommunication, and you have to provide miscommunication.
Okay, was she ready to go to your platform and pay for commission there if she's already selling through Instagram?
Well, she would have a larger market reach here in time and it's more convenient for her customers to be here and again continue the relationship on the platform instead of off the platform.
And when it comes to the costs, your estimating costs, you mentioned costs of fuel and marketing and building the platform, etc. But what about the salaries? I'm not sure if you mentioned that.
We didn't mention it, but we expected you to ask that. So the salaries would be 2,500 euros in the first year for the implementation. This is the minimum cost for developers, for 2 developers, 2,500. We would obviously take into our team some younger, ambitious designers that would, for example...
What about your salaries? What about your salaries?
Well, I would be in charge of digital marketing, so I mean, my salary now is around 400, 500 euros, so I would, if I had to, put that number down.
Thank you.
Sorry, maybe I missed in your presentation, but you said that the potential market is 65K of customers, and how did you count it?
How did I count?
Yeah.
We actually...
Not you.
So we took a look at, for example, one of the C2C platforms, Moje Krpice, and also put that into context with how many visitors, for example, Dorčel Plac has, or Novosadski Nosni Bazar, Eko Bazar, like these city market bazaars, usually how much they have visitors and how often they organize them. So, I mean, it's not 100% sure, but we're pretty sure it's a good number to start off with.
Okay, fingers crossed.
You can ask all the questions later after that. So, thank you. So now it's time for Imogen, but before we have to announce who will be the third. Yes. Smart Tech. Guys, you can sit during the question asking, you can move there. Okay? This is yours. Yes. Oh, just a tip. Since there is the camera there, yeah, I know that you are pitching to the judges, but also we are pitching to everyone. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Marina and I'm here to represent Imogen team, which consists of 7 great and hardworking people, and also business scaling assistant. That is actually our project. After deep research of Serbian IT market, we found some data that were quite scary, and that is that actually although there is a huge growth rate of IT companies in Serbia, which is 6% per year, there are a lot of problems that they are facing, because let me for example show one example. Let me show one example. There is we have information that actually there is one Serbian IT company that lost $2 million in 8 months just because their management didn't know who is doing, what is doing, how and when is doing. It was quite challenging for us to dig deeper and find out what's the problem. So that is why we find a solution. The solution is our software, cloud-based software, which is actually made to standardize all procedures of repeatable workflows in small and middle-sized IT enterprises in order to scale their business. Actually, that's precondition to scale their business if they want to stay on this market. So, first of all, we are standardizing workflows. We are focused on the local market. and we have that tailor-made procedures. What does it mean? For those companies who doesn't have their procedures, we are adjusting with the procedures thanks to our experts who will be reliable to all those problems that companies in Serbia without procedures have. Our software consists of employee onboarding, client onboarding, as well as a procedure for task delegation. Maybe it's easier this way to show you on our demo, which is just a part of our MSP. What does it mean? We have some profiles for our members, organizational members, which means that each of employees have, for each of employees, we have name, last name, CV, their role in company, and so on. And then there are procedures. Each procedure have steps, actually those workflows that have to be done. What does it mean? For example, I'm a new employer, and I have to enter the door of the company. If I'm lucky, I somehow enter, but basically I need the card. If I don't have a card, I'm asking who's responsible for that. Then, if I come into the office, I'm asking where should I sit? Who's responsible for that? Who will introduce me to the company, to the whole things? We want to skip all those things, and as you can see, there's just a task that each member have to do. As I said, this is just the part of our MVP, which means that we are actually MSP, which means that in 6 months we are planning to build it for our market, Serbian market, for free, and then by those feedbacks from those users, we will build it and share it, actually offer it in region. Talking about the marketing plan, this would be based on direct sale, which means that we will have contacts with managers with our offer. There's also a website, conferences, and meetup where we will show our idea. We have competition that is, for example, that was for sure challenging for us, and okay, it's a healthy situation. For example, it's mostly Telefy and others, but as I said, we are focused on domestic market. We have those experts who will be reliable and available actually to help and to build procedures even when there are no procedures. And I have to introduce my team. We have three programmers, developers, sales, finances, and visual design. Thank you.
Congratulations. So interesting compositional team. It is crazy. Programmers, sales, designer, only one designer. Who is designer?
I am.
God save you. In this compositional team, so you will need a lot of help from above, for sure. So, how much it cost?
How much it cost?
I want to buy. I have a company of 6 employees, and you need to persuade that your team is knows the best, because the first challenge that you will face is not only a competition, SAP or whatever. The first challenge is that me, as the owner of the company, I know the best, and I know what are the procedures, and you need to crack down that kind of prejudice of Serbian company owners. That is the first challenge. So I want to introduce this model because I don't have that resolved, or I have it on my way. How much it costs? For the company, less than 10 employees.
Less than 10 employees?
Yes. With total procedure. Not only entering the office and those kind of daily base routine, but the task manager, meaning all processes in my company. How much it costs?
Well, we made some estimations, so it's around $50 per month for all employees in a company that is less than 30 employees.
Thanks.
what would be the time estimated for implementation of this?
We think it would be in a year.
A year?
Yeah, actually MSP would be in 6 months.
No, when you enter the company.
When
you get a client, what is your estimated time for implementation of this?
Well, it's around 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. And do you have any pre-requirements for that? Some kind of structure or job descriptions or something else?
Well, we'll get everything from the company.
If they have it.
If they have it.
If they don't have it?
If they have it, we will have actually we have our experts who will make that consulting service with management in order to build those procedures which doesn't exist in
so if I understand good, you are selling also a software and a consulting
Of
service,
course.
Both of them. And you're planning to have employees on full-time or just employed per contract, per client, or what would be the idea?
For the team that is full-time.
Full-time. And how much?
It's 7 people,
7 people
plus 1 who would be that consulting expert. Yes.
Just for the 3 minutes question asking so that someone wants to. If the question is put before the 3 minutes, I will let the team reply, or I will let you finish the question and let the team reply. But after the 3 minutes, no more questions. So now it's time for you, but before. Oh. No. Okay. The fourth thing will be Sit Me. Do we have Sit Me? Yeah, iTable. You change the name, right? So, no, just for the judges, another thing, we just decided with Petar, since we have 10 teams, and it will be a little bit longer, we will do 5 pitch, 5 minutes of break if you want, and then other 5 pitch. Yes. Okay. Remember where you want March. Liquor. Okay. You will have the timer there. Yes, Daniel?
Who's the next team?
Sorry?
Who's the next team? Who's the next team?
We told.
Yes, who's the
Sit Me, iTable.
Sorry.
They changed the name, yeah.
Yes. So, world today. One thing everyone is missing these days is time. Therefore, people are rushing to job, to school, to bus, and to their wedding. Because of that, they're starting to get more and more forgetful. And this is the result of that. Here we can see the examples of disasters in Serbia, which is the result of people forgetting to turn off their ovens, irons, or any other electrical device in a house that can be potentially dangerous. As a result of their actions, these are the images we can see in news almost every day. And do you know, when you type in Google fire in flat, there are almost 8 million results only in Serbia, but in a global level that number is 120 millions, which means that this is a huge global problem and it needs to be solved. So we will now present a way to solve this problem in a practical. Here you can see a woman left her apartment and suddenly she remembered that she forgot to turn off some electrical device, but I don't know why is it stop working. Okay, it's slow. It stopped.
She's struggling.
She's struggling. So when she figured out that she forgot, she can turn this app on, and by clicking here she can see the device that is turned on, and by one click she can turn that off. and that's how she solved her problem, and she doesn't need to go back to her apartment to turn off that device. So this is our result, and we present you Smart Stack. This is the sign of our product. This product is connected to open source app called Home Assistant, where people can control their devices. And we will offer this product to big companies that recognize the potential of this device. And those companies are, for example, Siemens, Sony, Schneider, Oracle, Livolo, and A. On the other side, we have a big competition, which like Xiaomi and Samsung. But the main thing that what has our product and don't have theirs is our unique design, and also this product have below the display that shows the flow of the electricity and also consumption, and above there are two lights, green that shows if this device is working correctly, and the red light is showing if any device is active. And here we have our costs and revenue. Our costs consist from patent, lawyer, and in total they're about 7,500 up to the 8,000. And on the other side we have revenue that consists from investment and percentage of sale. In total they could be 9,000 till 10,000 plus the percentage of sale which is in agreement with our partners and can be from 2 to 5%. In conclusion, we see that our revenue are much bigger than our costs, so this is a profitable business. So I want to present my team. This is Cheda, Vladimir, Masha, Maria, Milica, and Dragana. They're all designers. I'm Ivana, and I'm an economist. And that's it.
Myself for you.
How did you plan to go to the market and sell this, also compete with Samsung and the other?
We will make our web page where they can find us and contact us, and that's the way to purchase also our product.
And how and where would you produce the product?
In our own, we have a patent, and we are selling the patent to those companies who will produce that.
Thank you.
Okay. How did you find out what would the customer wanted to be on that thing that it will show red and green lights and everything?
We made the statistic. We had researchers where asked regular people on the street if they are interested in that device and if they can relate to that problem. And 50 people out of the 59 said that they are having that problem almost every day and that they will love to get the device.
No more question? No more question? Will be I'm not able to pronounce it. Wait.
It's knigapriča.com.
Hi everyone, My name is Tanya, and I was wondering, have you ever felt like a giraffe looking for a table like this in coffee shops and restaurants, looking for a table? Yes, my team and I wanted to solve that problem. Well, we wanted to develop an application that would be used for finding and reserving tables, and finding and reserving tables in coffee shops and restaurants. And we did the research, and we asked our potential users and buyers, and we realized that we have a problem because we might have a lot of users of application, but we couldn't have buyers that, because of that we couldn't have enough profit.
Okay, thank you. So Tanya told you what was the initial problem, and we have to be honest. We had initial idea of what we want to solve, and we hit the dead end. And we need to tell you that we're honest, and we had to pivot around that. How we pivot? We pivot in a big way. We had the data, all of the data that showed that we could not proceed in doing this what we first intended to do. We could create an app and try to sell it, but we knew from deep of our heart that it would fail. And that's why we need to find a different solution. We used what we learned during the process. It took time to find a creative solution, and we did that. So what was the solution to this? High table, but mobile game app. So the giraffe become our hero, our hero that will guide the user to the journey. So we actually did a creative job on that end, and we play around that idea. Okay, so how would that actually go into the whole idea? We imagined a giraffe that would go into the clubs, in the coffee shops, and it would look around and find a table. So okay, that's a good idea. We can use that to make a game that would be fun, that would be playable. So the next step was how to that actually integrate into the business, how to use that as opportunity. And as we know, the business of gaming industry is a big one. The data from 2017 and 18 shows that there are over 2 billion users of mobile games. Half of those are ready to pay real money to get in the game. So we realized, okay, that's our game that we need to be in, and not the first one idea. So we decided, let's go into that one. And after talking into what could be our business model, what we do about it, we decided, okay, we want to have a game that's fun, that's addictive, that will be appealing to young users, to teenagers, but not just to them. And we started thinking about all the ideas that goes into that. This is like a short demo of what it could look like, so it's work in progress. Don't judge us on that. We had a really short time on what we could do about it. So that's the essence of the business model. Really the essence. So one of the challenges of the gameplay that will go into really shortly is that we had an idea. So there will be like many different levels for users to play and to go around. We will actually have some innovation in the sense that we can add like gyro-based controls that will be actually innovative and useful and fun for users to play around. Like a giraffe should be controlled in a way how the phone is actually standing and stuff like that. Like not bore you into the details. And we would have like some usual stuff like ranking that will motivate the users to actually play the game. So that's some of the ideas that we developed. And further on, will my colleague explain what we also had in mind?
Hello. Yes, we did our homework. We had our research, and yes, we have competitors, of course. The recipe is quite simple. This is our competitor, but it's a functional game, so it's our recipe for making our game. Our marketing plan is quite simple. It will be based on social media, game portals, game community for some YouTubers who might want to help us, and of course ads. How is the game going to be played? How is the game going to be made? It would need a graphic designer, developer, marketing will be in charge of the sales. And of course,
there is no more time.
How much would it cost for you to build such a game?
As the game is, as the usual cost for the game, but our estimates are around 20,000 euros up to, let's say, 30. It really depends. When we really break down the cost, either we haven't decided should we outsource the design or the programmers, but that's like something as a minimal for this type of game. To 20,000 to, let's say, 30,000.
And how much would you invest in marketing?
In marketing? Well, marketing should be a dynamic process. We will definitely should be able to watch how much effects we achieve with initial investment. I really cannot say we maybe haven't done the homework give a specific number, but we would definitely need to watch as the result go into that.
Thank you.
If I can only add. Our goal is to achieve the viral effect, so that's what we're aiming. We cannot give you that's like a subjective our impression, but we're aiming for that. So,
do you have ideas on how to achieve a viral?
We have one idea. I mean, the first one is of course to make an addictive, but that's just the words that I'm throwing. You cannot trust me that. Will I really make an addictive game? I don't know. But one of the strategies that we can make is when we try to monetize with. If users should be ready to buy like additional features, like want to buy additional levels and stuff. Also, we are planning on this to add that for each dollar that users pays for this, 1% of that dollar would go in some costs. So we have an aim to actually to target certain groups, let's say like charity groups and stuff like that, that will be motivated to use the game in a meaningful way, let's say. Play for the benefit of others. Questions?
No more questions?
Thank you.
So now, 5 minutes of break. See you in 5 minutes. One more. Who was it? I know. Yeah, sorry. Yes, because sorry. This is yours? No. This is mine.
So there's a quote from a brilliant American musician, Frank Zappa. So many books, so little time. And we totally agree with him. People nowadays don't have time to read books. They actually don't have time even to have a proper meal. But yeah. So we actually think that you need to digitalize everything. And with that, you're actually going to be more time efficient. So we're actually going to save a lot of time. And with KnjigaPricha.com, actually, we're predicting that we're going to save about an hour per day for people and about 7 to 10 hours per week. So what is KnjigaPricha.com? KnjigaPricha.com is actually an online audio platform where you can buy Serbian audio books. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 things now. Okay, the problem with reading books. We're going to go into deep depth how KnjigaPricha.com actually functions, and we're going to actually do a demo. Or actually, I'm going to buy a book from KnjigaPricha.com, so I'm going to show you how easy it is. So first, the problem. We've actually separated readers into 3 big groups, okay? The first one is people that don't like to read, mostly students. Then, the people that don't have time to read, business people and parents. And the final group is for people that don't know to read, mostly children, right? So, these are 3 totally different groups, but they have one thing in common. They actually like to listen, right? So they like to listen to music, to podcasts, etc. And we're going to use that, okay? We want to use that one common thing. And that's where KnjigaPricha.com comes in. So KnjigaPricha.com is actually going to convert Serbian books into audio formats, okay? So any book that was written or translated to Serbian, it's going to be on knjigapricha.com. Okay, so now we're going to talk a bit about how knjigapricha.com works. So, yeah, this is the standard price structure for books nowadays, okay? So we have the average price of 700 dinars. So first we have like publishers, national sales, then we have distributors, and we have store sales. So everyone takes a percentage, right? And this is the cost structure of knjigapricha.com. So we're actually going to remove 3 of those from the standard price, and we're going to only make 1, and that's recording, okay? Also, sometimes we won't need a publisher. So this is the price of an average book on knjigapricha.com. It's 389 dinars. So it's about 50% cheaper than standard books. So as you can see, 700 dinars and 389 dinars. So it's up to 2 times cheaper. So let's talk about the good sides of why you should buy on knjigapricha.com. So actually you have a rich selection of books. You have a lot of books over there, right? And it's on one place. Then you can actually listen to the audiobooks whenever you want. Okay, also you can listen to the books wherever you want, right? When you're driving a car, when you're in a train, bus, walking to school or something. It's cheap. So we just talked about it, it's 2 times cheaper than standard books. Also, you get the digital rights. So basically any book that you buy on knjigapricha.com, you actually get the digital rights for personal use, okay? So it's not stealing. And the final thing is the quality of the audio. So it's high quality. We have professional guys that are doing and that are converting to the audio. So yeah, it's in good hands. Okay, so now I'm actually going to do a demo. So yeah, of how you should buy a book on knjigapricha.com. So yeah. Okay, so basically we have some books over here. So this is a work in progress, of course, but we have some books over here, mostly for high school students, right? And so yeah, basically you're gonna enter over here, right? So I want to buy original letter, and yeah, so you have some info like the author, the length of the book, the price, of course, a little more details, but of course it's still a work in progress. You can, of course, play the preview. So we are offering 9-second previews for every book over there, so you can actually, see how the preview, how the book sounds and everything. So I'm gonna put it in the basket, in the shopping cart, sorry. And of course, you have a little invoice over here, just detailed. You can continue with shopping, or you can just read the terms of use, for the digital rights that you receive for personal use, of course. Of course, yeah, we have a price over here, no discount. So we're gonna offer, of course, a lot of discount for people that buy multiple books, right? And yeah, so I'm gonna put it in the shopping cart. And yeah, so you have a little message from knjigapricha.com, and your download for example, the PC is gonna start. So yeah, that's that. Thank you.
How did you reach that 20%?
Sorry?
How did you reach that 20% on your calculation?
The recording?
Yeah.
Well, basically, so if we, for example, make let's say 500 books in a studio, right? So we have some costs, fixed costs, but basically the 20% are if you scale it to 100 books that you sell. So it'll be like 20% will go to recording. And of course, for recording, we have, just a second, I'll just get the expenses. Yeah. So for the recording, we also have, we actually calculate that for the whole year. So we're gonna actually rent a studio. So it's a variable cost, variable expensive, and yeah, we're gonna rent the studio, and that's gonna cost us 2 studios actually. So that's gonna cost us 3,600 euros. So if you scale that on the amount of books that we were planning for the first batch, that'll be like 20% of the price of the book.
Okay, and how will you protect yourself from stealing those things? And
well, yeah, the price is basically we cannot. I mean, we will write the terms of use, but everyone can just burn the music. It's not. I mean, we can protect it. There are always gonna be people that they're gonna do that, and we actually think that the price is gonna be so low that people won't actually want to waste time on that. We hope, actually.
I was thinking about the market size, because you're targeting the local market only, and so what revenue are you expecting to have?
Okay, so yeah, the Balkan is a bit local, is the local market, but we also have people that live all around the world, right? Serbians or Croats, so we're actually estimated like 20 million people. So let's say 10% of them read, and 10% of them actually want to listen to the book. So that's like 200,000 people. Regarding revenue, actually we have just a second. Have a slide for that. Okay, yeah. So we're actually estimating that the first batch of books, like 500 books, we're gonna leave that. So the average price of the book is gonna be 250 dinars. So we're actually estimating that we need to sell at least 27 of every book that we publish. Okay, 27 of them to be equal. Okay. But yeah, so you have 500 books, so the people will have a lot of choices. So yeah, this is just to be.
Can you get back to the slide with costs, estimate costs?
Yeah, and most of them are variables. So for example, microphones, that's a fixed cost, and incorporation, that's fixed, and everything is variable.
There's no, but you can reply.
Yeah, I think you already replied. I just wanted to say your presentation was really good.
Right now?
5 minutes.
5, just 5, not more. And please just don't leave anything about your notes.
I just please never go to bed.
In the bag here, bring the bag with you.
Maya. Sede da dokumenta do CC. Devojke, imamo 12 zapisa, tako? Zapisa.
Sorry. Better. More than the chances.
Čekaj, da se snimam. Hoćeš da snimam telefonom?
Ajde.
Jes, ajde. Sad ću da malo pronaći pa to snimam.
Please take your seat. Please take your seat. So who will be the next one? Can we put the music at we are waiting. Can you hear me? Yes. So, now, Sasha, I will ask you the 6th, and then the 7th. So, the second batch is Luxury Keyboard, Legacy, and then after we will have Save On. Ready? 5 minutes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Miroslav, and this is my team. We present Legacy Luxury Hardware. Our main goal is to make a luxury product. So, when you think about a keyboard, many people have them. It's a very common item. You never really think about it much. But there are people who like personalization, who like high quality materials, and a beautiful design. We want to offer that. We plan to make keyboards, mechanical keyboards, with a premium build quality using only most device materials, be it aluminum, titanium, a combination of wood and either aluminum or titanium. And we also want to add to make certain features available, like, for example, additional engravings, obviously for an additional cost, depending on what the customer wants and how much they're willing to pay. So you might think that mechanical keyboards is a little bit of a cold market, but demand is actually increasing for them. The market size in 2015 garnered $600 million in 2015. In 2016, it increased to $642 million. And in 2017, actually, it garnered $710 million. It is estimated that by the year 2023, it will garner $1.2 billion. These are our key partners: Telix, Datatechnik, Alpecb, and SPDRC. Telix would be the main for our finish, so anodization and sandblasting. Datatechnik for pick and place machine. Alpecb to manufacture actually the PCB, and SPDRC for the space. These are our key suppliers: Signature Plastics for the keycaps, and TME for the components. That is all.
What would be the price of such a keyboard?
That depends, depending on which materials we choose. So our business plan would be first to make a small series with very premium features, then to sell them, and so we could buy better tools to make better tools, for example, better steam.
But what's your estimate for an average?
For example, $500.
And did you speak with any potential customers to see what they think about the product and the price?
Yes, there is actually quite a big community for mechanical keyboards. There are thousands of members actually. In one of the biggest sites for group buys, Mazdrop, for example, there are 1.8 million people in that group set just for mechanical keyboards.
But are they buying keyboards of that price, similar price?
Usually it ranges from around $250, but we would make a small series first, so we can have better tools for a better series production, for bigger series production. So that would be the idea.
Did you think about how you would get to the market and marketing?
First, we would use these forums as well. So these are already developed forums, and also influencers over YouTube to just show off our products.
Okay, thank you.
What would be the life cycle of your product?
Life cycle. In terms of build quality, it would be last basically forever. It doesn't have. We don't use planned obsolescence. That is not our goal.
So I'm buying it too.
Yeah, it'll last
one time.
Yeah,
in my life.
that's really not the point, because it will last. There are already keyboards that last for 30 years, 40 years. I have a Model M from the 80s, so that's not really an issue. What you're buying is basically a unique design, something to personalize your desk.
So we are experienced in this machining and design. This is our first prototype product. It's a high-end headphone stand for really expensive headphones, and we just built it. We didn't show it to anybody yet. So I will show you now what is the finish and how it looks, and this is what the keyboard will look like. So best in the world. We will be one of the best in the market. You just put your big, nice headphones on top so everybody can see. Your big, nice headphones.
The main market niche in Montenegro.
So it's for studios, it's for YouTubers, it's for everybody that likes music, nice equipment. It could be present in your company for your product.
So when did this production of this one?
This is a prototype, so it is a bit expensive, but production will be a little bit less than 100 euros for us, and we can sell it more than 250 euros. We actually got an offer from Novi Sad for audio to sell it for 300 euros in their shop, and they will take commission about 30%.
So now it's time for Safe On. And then after Safe On we will have Shut Me Up.
Conference zone.
Conference zone, yeah. Because when we set it everything, we change the
Hello everybody. Do you know what this number represents? Have you any idea?
No.
Of course no. In Europe per year, 250,000 people were sexually offenses. And third, listen to me, third of them was raped. In this very moment, one person on the world is begging for her life. We live in a world where we are witnessing every day's attack. In a world where raping is such a normal thing. Remember Tijana Juric? She was murdered. Kristina Kaplanovic, she was a girl. Barbara Vites from Senta, she was murdered and brutally raped. Are you a mother? Are you a father? Do you have younger brother or sister? Think about it. My team came up with an idea to design a security bracelet that would contain an abandoned locator. Because when we are out there somewhere, we are scared and feeling unprotected, and what could you help to feel safe? You will, we want to feel you freed, that you feel freedom and safety, and with this bracelet will give that to you. The bracelet would contain two buttons, and when you clicked on that buttons at the same time, just like this, the buttons would call the police, the security organization, and security organization will come and help and save one more life. On the on the screen of security organization, there will be a dot of an attacked person whose movement we could track from any mobile devices to a specially designed application that would work on the Google Maps principle.
So our main customers would be security agencies. Those are some of most popular in our country. We want directly sell our products to people. We will sell them, and then they will sell to final buyers or users. So, according to statistics that Chambers of Serbia did, we have like 3,000 corporations that are registered as security corporations. This is some research. We asked people after introducing a problem, would they buy a product that that gives services like our product? And 91% of parents and 86% of young girls said yes, they would. Our competition would be companies that product smartwatches, but we are different from them because they track you all the time. We give you your privacy. Your product will only show your location when you activate it. So our other different is that we have quicker reaction time, and we have simple application. Bracelet is simple to use. Our other competitor is Bosnian company that sells bracelets to autistic kids. So they have a really small market, and they're also tracking you all the time. Now let's talk about money. We will earn our profit selling security companies product, and we will be B2B, not directly with users. So we will open them new market and earn money, even more money from sponsors that will represent. So our application will every safe one, because every life is important for us.
And what about the initial cost that you need?
Well, we have a fixed cost. It's about payments, office and bills, and it's about 500 euros. And we have variable cost. It's material we need for design these bracelets. So it's about 25,000 euros, but it's not for one bracelet. It's about 1,000 bracelets. So one is about 25, and we'll sell it for more, about maybe 35. So we have 10 euros profit from every bracelet we sold.
10 euro per bracelet.
Yes, 10 euro.
And where you are going to produce it?
We will just sell it directly with these security agencies, and then they will do the marketing and ads on websites, and we create that. Our designers will create that website, and they just sold. It's about that we'll sell them in a bit.
Sorry. Did you speak with those security companies already?
Yes, we speak with VAP Security and one more. It's Securitas and some in Novi Sad. There are 4 or 5, 6 in Novi Sad security agencies, and they will do that because it will make their job much easier.
And I didn't understand. You said that you would have quicker response time than what other products have, right?
Yes, because when you let's say smartwatch,
but not a smartwatch, just a regular. My son has something called Sati Smartwatch.
I know.
It's very cheap and it's very fast.
I want to spot you difference. When your child is, let's say, in danger, he has to click an alarm button, and you'll get notification. You have time to, when you see it, you're not holding your phone maybe, and until you call police, explain them what's happening, and that's you must admit that's progress. So we will do security agencies when they see spot where the victim is.
But what would they do? They would immediately go there and locate the child. But I don't think they do that in reality. For example, Securitas will first call someone to check if it's a false or true alarm, and then it's actually a step more than what I would do as a parent. what I'm doing, my son is always making those alarms, not always on purpose, sometimes by mistake, and then and Securitas is doing another check, and they will first call the parent or the child to check that.
Okay, so you don't have just one button to press it because of fake alarms. You have a model of 2 buttons. You need to press them like in the same time, like this, or even attacker could do that. And it's really hard to make fake alarm to do this move, or not on purpose.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now we have chat me up that changed the name in conference zone, and then after we will have unseen fantasy, and so obviously the last one will be just one. Find Us. So Find Us will be the last one to teach. Now we have conference zone, then unseen fantasy.
Thank you. So, hi everybody, my name is Dan, this is Jelena, behind me, and also behind me this is our team, and we are here to present the conference zone. So, how many times any of you have been on a conference that you have been before, and you download the conference app, and it's different than the year before, and often really messy. And even in one instance, I tried to leave a feedback on one of those apps, and the app just crashed, and the organizers was left behind without my feedback on some event. So this is bad for the visitors of the conference, which paid the ticket. This is bad for the organizers of the event, because yeah, they want the feedback, and they want the satisfaction of the visitors. So, those are the problems. During our research on this subject, we also got information that networking could greatly be improved on conferences. So, what do we offer as a solution? So, we offer an application where the user would register. He would build a profile, or based on his info on Facebook and on LinkedIn, he would get a generated profile based on those informations, and he would get a generated digital business card, as you can see right there. Then, as any other conference application, he would select the events in which he is interested. He could then see the details of that event and leave a feedback, as you can see, which is very important for the organizer of that event. And if he's really into the topic, or he's interested in the talents of the presenter, he could send a message directly in this app to that presenter. Just, hey, let's meet up at the bar this evening to discuss some topics. Or he could just send his digital business card, and the presenter will get that digital business card, which contains all the business info of that person, in his inbox in this application, and also in the email inbox. Okay. Also, imagine a problem where you're a .NET developer, for example, and you are working on some new feature, and you're stuck on for 2 or 3 days. And it happens that you're in the conference, and there's a lot of smarter people on the conference with you, but you don't know who are, for example, senior .NET developers who can maybe help you with your issue. So, with our application, you can filter out the senior .NET developers, and you can directly contact them or send the business info for any future business opportunities. This is an example of what would that chat look like. So, now I'm going to give the mic to my colleague Jelena.
Thank you very much. Of course, before we start any business, we have to research the market. Our market is kind of big because our
Buyers are not the attendees of the conferences, but the organizers. And just in Europe, each year there are around 8,500 conferences held. But how are we going to sell our product? We are going to do it by hiring a salesman that is going to get into direct contact to the organizer and try to sell that product to them. Also, how we can promote ourselves is by going to fairs, mostly business or IT-related fairs, and promote our product there. One very important thing for us to keep our customers is to have a good loyalty program that will offer them great discounts because they are using our app for the long time.
Okay, so how are we going to do that? We are going to eliminate basically the yearly cost of creating a new application for the same conference over and over again. So we're going to bring consistency, we're going to bring unique user experience, simple user experience at lower cost than creating a new app, and we are going to improve the networking of persons who are attending the conference. So these are some of the competitors. You can see some of the bad design of our competitors. Average price for the package of these competitors is 900 euros per conference. This is what we... Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Can you get back to the way you're going to sell the product?
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're going to go to events.
Not only us, we are planning to outsource a salesman because none of us here is real marketing guru or professional because we are not studying that, nor any of us finished that university. So on site, we are going to have those sales and we are going to give them percentage of each sale made, and that is 10%. But we are outsourcing them. We cannot provide enough money for ourselves to hire them to work with us every day.
Did you already speak with event organizers, with any event organizers about them buying your product?
Most of our information about this is coming from our mentors here that are very busy people attending a lot of conferences, holding them and talking on them. And one of the stuff that they recommended to us is to improve that application that they are using. And what we noticed later by doing our research, and especially thanks to our great research and marketing team in business, we found out that it's very expensive to make a new application each year just for that one conference. So why wouldn't we just make one application that can last forever, not forever, but as long as that organizer wants to use it, and it's universal. So
but why we, if I'm an event organizer, why wouldn't I build an app that I can reuse year after year?
Well, what has been proven so far is that a lot of apps are not used year after year, but people build or hire people to build another app for each year. And we are offering here a decent quality thanks to our team. And we are willing to put it for a price that is, first of all, acceptable for our market. We have to realize that we are in Southeast Europe right now, and that giving the 900 euros for an app for an event, it's not really good. It's not always profitable, especially for smaller conferences.
But can you really make that business sustainable with that low price?
Yeah, so regarding the costs, so the expected costs you can see on the left. So
and expected income?
Wait. Okay, so 6,195 euros is our monthly cost of building, designing, hosting those apps on servers and so on. And that is without sales. We're going to take commission on each sales made. So that'll be about 10%. So we need initially for the first 5 months to build and launch the application. We will need 35,000 euros from investors or partners. So even VegIT is one of our potential partners, just because that company is a big event organizer and it definitely has needs for something like this.
Okay, and your income, expected income?
Our expected income is to, for example, after we crunched the numbers, so we came to a conclusion that we could offer for 1 day, for the event that lasts 1 day.
I mean, how many do you expect to sell in the coming period?
Based on the number of the conferences held in Europe each year, which is about 8,000, right? 8,000, and approximately how many of them are held monthly, which is about let's say 14, and let's say that approximately they last for 2 days, so on average.
Just a rough number, because we're out of time.
Okay, we would earn for 1 day, how much? 250 euros. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Now it's time for Unseen Fantasy.
So,
Wait, do we have, is there someone that I didn't have called? Someone that didn't speak? Ivana, did we have after them and you? Yeah? No more, no one more, right? Let's check because you have that, right?
Yes. Hello guys, my name is Peter and I'm the big boss of our little team. Here is Nikola, my assistant, my humble assistant. So yeah. Nice. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you just simply cannot pick a gift for your friend? That's a funny meme. We are called spakwypotlon.com. That is actually a website, if you didn't know. Yeah. Come on, guys, you have one job, come on. I hate them. Yeah, .rs, not .com. Even I have my limits. So yeah. What does our site offer? It offers a solution to a very simple problem. That is actually a very big problem, but it's simple, so people are overlook it. Anyway, the problem is finding the right gift for your friend, and we are seeking to fix that problem. How are we going to do it? We are going to do it in a very, very simple way. We are going to build a convenient platform through using the machine learning system, so that will generate a convenient experience for browsing the gifts. And we have a really convenient demo that we want to show that will demonstrate our intents and purposes. Hurry up. So yeah, this is the website. It's in the browser. And now, if we type, for example, girl, 9gag, memes, 2010, memes, nice, 2010, press enter, great. We will get exactly what we need. We will get the results that will reflect on our search engine. And yeah, we also have space for sponsors. That's how we will generate money, but that's a topic for a little bit later. And down we have recommendations for, let's say, Valentine's Day. So yeah, This is our website that will lead you to other websites that sell the products that you want to buy for your friend. How are you going to profit from that? My assistant Nicola will explain. Thank you.
First of all, let's talk about marketing. We are planning to make an aggressive marketing move and try to spam all of the social media platforms with our ads. Also, we are trying to use a tool that will be very useful called Google AdWords, and it will boost our ad. Let's say if a person search for the word gift, if we pay the ad, we will be boosted to the top of the search bar. And word gift is searched 10,000 times a month. So there is a market and we need to reach it. We will try to make money from the referral links that will lead customers from our website to the online stores of our partners, and we will also try to make use of the big open space we have on our website for a lot of banners that we can profit off of. Thank you, and also thanks to my team. We couldn't have done without them.
Oh, we have 1 minute. So yeah, in this 1 minute, I want to thank my team for working really hard. I know I'm the big boss, but I've been trying so hard to be as lenient as possible to my team during these 3 days. We all had great fun. We all had many discoveries about ourselves, many discoveries about other people. Some of them were bad, some of them were good, but yeah, it was an amazing experience. We want to thank all of the people that were involved with. We want to thank you guys for coming here and listening to me rambling for stalling for time so we can fill this 5 minutes. Yeah. Thank you guys. You too guys, you were all perfect.
I don't think we really had to spend all 5 minutes, but that's fine.
It was necessary to thank all the people that made my 3 days here better.
Good. I want to ask about the difference between the competition you mentioned. What was the difference really? I didn't understand.
Yeah, the difference was really simple. So yeah, our competitors have these annoying tick boxes that you have to tick in order to find the gift, which means that the gift you're looking for won't be very specific.
But you can also search on eBay or Amazon or anywhere else, right?
Yeah,
they're also smart.
Our site is offering a convenient way to list all the products, not only from eBay, but from other sites as well, like, I don't know, Kupenprodajem, Pokloni.com, and many other sites.
So basically, aggregating the data and showing it on your website.
Yeah, we are basically Google for looking for gifts.
And does it differ from Googling for products?
Yeah, exactly. It's more specific and more exact. You are more likely to find a specific gift that you're looking for on our site than on Google, because our data is more concentrated than on Google.
Sorry, more
concentrated than on Google.
And you mentioned some machine learning. What data would you use to learn?
Yeah, simple search data. As we demonstrated, if you type, I don't know, girlfriend, the engine will recognize that term and it will use it for later search. And if you type a combination of words, it will recognize that combination of words and it will use it for a different gift or to describe a gift more specifically.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and will there be any differences between the countries when they are searching for something?
For now, we are only focusing on our country. Why? Because it's accessible and we know our people. We know our sites and we can easily make a business with them.
And do I have to identify myself when I enter?
No, not at all. It's all anonymous.
For example, when I'm 15 and I write a girl, then I mean one thing, and when I'm 35,
Well, that's your problem. You're going to cheat anyway.
What will you give me as a suggestion?
Excuse me?
What would be a suggestion for me as a present? when I'm 15 and when I'm 35.
Well, it depends on what you type.
Just a girl.
Well, it will offer all the girly products that are associated with that word.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So last but not least, find us.
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for part.
No, I'm not part of your product. No. Remember, there are the judges and there are all viewers.
And the camera.
Yeah, and the camera.
Yeah. Well, good evening, everybody, and we are going to show you our application that's called Find Us in, let's say, a different way.
Where's my car? I can't remember.
Hi, what happened?
I can't find my car. I just feel stupid because it happens to me a lot.
Oh, don't worry, it happens to me too all the time. I live here near on Grbavica, and we have there about, I don't know, 7,000 vehicles. And this place is overcrowded. Every day I come to work, from work late, trying to find a spot. I have to park on Liman or sometimes even further. And then I have huge trouble in finding that car in the morning. I spend 20 or even sometimes half an hour trying to find that car.
But that doesn't solve my problem. You know what happened to me a lot?
Maybe this?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I know. But don't worry, I have a solution for you. Our application that we're creating is an application that will provide you a spot that you can park your car, and that will show you the empty spot, and also it will show you where you left your car so you won't forget.
But who would use it?
I have a friend that could help.
Oh, stop, honey, you must hurt me, please.
Okay.
We are creating an application for all the drivers in the our town, and all the people who are willing to pay us by money and by sponsorship for finding their actual parking spots or their cars.
How does it work?
Very easy way.
Okay.
You are a driver, like every one of us. So you don't know where is your car. You can take us or application. Or application, no. But question is, where is money here for us? Nowhere. No one wants to pay to know where is a car. So when you tell the application how many free parking places are there, it is we must sorry. Mogu, hvala. Dakle, mi kao vozači kada krenemo, voljeli bismo unaprijed da znamo da li imamo slobodnih mjesta da se parkiramo. To nam je svima glavobolja i to je prvo. Ja prva sebi kažem, voljela bih da krenem negdje ako znam da ću imati da se parkiram. Užas. U redu, ako pitamo aplikaciju da li postoji slobodnih mjesta da se parkiramo, ona će moći da nam odgovori ako mi taj upitamo parking servis, zato što su oni jedini koji te informacije posjeduju. Oni te informacije uzimaju tako što prebrojavaju SMS poruke koje dobijaju. Zatim informacije nama prosleđuju i plaćaju im, jer mi prosleđujemo njima vozača da se oni parkiraju kod njih i da zarađuju od toga. Jer im je siguran način da će platiti tako parking jer mogu da provere. Mi tu informaciju prosleđujemo o tome da li postoji besplatno parking mjesto našim vozačima i oni nam plaćaju za tu uslugu.
Okay, but what do you need for that?
You actually need a right person to find you a really nice spot, but we must before that develop our application, and we need experts in that area to find us a solution.
Isn't there someone who does that?
Actually, there is that kind of application, but we are focused on a new solution that will also find your car and help you park.
I haven't heard about
Well,
like that.
you will soon, because we will post our posters, marketing posters on every parking lot in the city. Also, you will have our QR code on ticket fines, so the drivers will automatically, when they scan their code, go to our application, and we will promote our design and application on the radio.
That must cost a lot?
Not really. We need only one programmer, and also we need the financial expert, and we need about 10,000 euros to make our business come true, and also we need for our promotions 900 euros. This is for ads on the radio, because 1 second on the, for example, TDI radio costs 115 dinar.
Who made it?
Angela?
Jan, Zorka. Teorije družbe, hvala vam.
Did you speak with parking service in Novi Sad or somewhere else?
Yes, we speak with them, and they said that they need something new in the system, but they are not sure what is it, what exactly they want. So we said them that that it must be something that they must have. So we are sure that they will be our partner.
And how much would it cost me if I'm using the app on a daily basis, let's say 20 days a month? How much would it cost me to?
Well, the app of finding your car would be free, but the extension of the app of finding an empty parking space would cost about $5 to get. But you just pay once, and that's it. And
you mean once per month or once?
No, just once, and that's
lifetime.
It. Lifetime.
But you're paying to people who are reporting free spots, right?
Oh well, yeah, but the parking service would provide that, because when a driver goes on a parking lot, he pays his ticket, and then that information is sent to a parking service. They booked like that space isn't empty anymore, and then they send us a reply that that parking spot is taken, and that's one less parking spot.
Okay, but there's some money. Someone is receiving money there, right? The driver is receiving, or
well, we would receive money. Parking service would pay us. Because they have benefit of us.
Yeah, that's what they want to know. What's the
benefit of us by the drivers using that app, because then the drivers will have to pay those tickets for parking.
How many free parking places are there? We have information that someone wants to park here. We send that information parking service, and then we know that someone will stay on public area.
And then they know how many parking SMS and money they bring.
But they already have people on the streets checking all those spots, right? They already know that someone has parked on a parking spot, and they're checking, right?
But drivers don't know. Drivers don't know.
No, I mean, I still don't understand what's in it for parking service. That was my point, but yes. Thank you.
Thank you. This was the last speech. So basically, actually, it's happened that you have to go downstairs all together and stay as with the judges. We will come back as soon as possible, in about 2 hours. Microphone is not working.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We're about to begin the reward ceremony. The time has come to choose the best of you. Thank you for this lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of the night.
It's like my microphone is not working, but it's not a problem. So first of all, guys, finally, you almost finished this weekend, and you finally reached the end of this amazing weekend. So I would like to thank you, and a big round of applause for all of you. And as I told you on Friday, now it's time to recap. On Friday, I told you that on today you will come back home, have learned something with new co-founders, having more skills. Now my question is, have you learned really something or not in this week? Yes. Thank you, because now, thanks to the judges, the organizing team, the sponsor, you are part of a global community, the global community of Startup Weekend. And what will happen from now on? This is the bad news. By our numbers, only 12% of you will continue on this project. This is the bad news. Because as most of you have seen during this weekend, team is more important than the ideas. Most of the team, especially one that hated me during the weekend, that on Friday night told me, no, we are the best, we don't need anything, you will see. Tonight he didn't pitch. Yeah. I'm so sorry about it, again, but let's say that you saved a lot of effort, so a lot of resources, understanding that on Friday you had to do something different. So don't stop learning. You have not failed, you have just understand something new, and you will have more knowledge for a new project. Don't stop learning. As Techstars, we have our supporting program for learning, but our Startup Week and Startup Digest. Don't worry, Startup Week is not a 7-day Startup Weekend. So it's just a weekend event about entrepreneurship. Startup Digest, I don't know if you have in Serbia or in Novi Sad specifically.
We have.
General in Serbia or for Novi Sad?
We have it for Novi Sad, but it's not maintained. We will do something about it. It's not under our...
Oh, yeah. But you can apply to have your local... we have just one in Italy for all Italy, for example. As you know, Techstars is Techstars has a different kind of acceleration program. More than actually 52 acceleration programs in 38 cities. But the first thing that you have to remember is yes, Techstars is great, Techstars is global, Techstars can help you to achieve your goal, but your community, your local community is the first things that can help you. So please remember that Ivana, George, Petar, all the incubator here, all the people here are the first people that can help you, that you have to contact if you want to know something more, if you want feedbacks, they are here to help you. And what you can do also, first, help them to organize the next event if you like it. attend the next event. I know that will be one in Banja Luka, and Petar will facilitate his first event as facilitator.
They don't know it either.
As Dexter, we started a player acceleration program called Startup Boost. It's localized in different cities. If you, as incubator, are interested, you can start to work as a player accelerator in Startup Boost. Join a Techstars portfolio company if you're looking for a job. In the month of February, there were 10,000 vacancies around the globe. It's 10,000. It's not bad, as a chance. And check all the events in your city or your country to start in certain digest. But as you've seen, we are not perfect. So yeah, we are not. Me as facilitator, because someone hates me. We as organizer, we are not perfect. So we need to learn also from you. So basically, on Tuesday you will receive an anonymous survey. Please give us feedback about we can do better, what you liked, give us tips and whatever you want. It's really important for us to have a great next event, for me as facilitator too. Now, the winning teams are... Wait, I forgot. Please stay connected with me via our Instagram account. And the first place goes to... We will have an after party later. No, seriously. Know that the judges would like to give general feedbacks. Right? Sasha, do you want to? Before announcing the real third place.
I first want to tell you that this is my third participation in startup weekend events organized by Boston Incubator, but I also was part of jury in some other startup events, and I can say this one is the best I've seen, so you were really great. Most of you did customer validation well, you were spending a lot of time, or at least you showed that you talked well about the business model. So I really liked what I heard. And also, last week I went to one of the biggest startup events in the world, in Jerusalem, and there were more than 10,000 people attending the event, and there were maybe 30 to 40 pitches there, given by people who already raised between 5 and 50 million euros. And I can tell you that in average, your presentations were better than theirs. It's really, you're really great.
Guys, you've done a great job. So we had opportunity in less than 20 years, so now you know how old I am, to go all over the world and cooperate with different organizations, institutions in the United States, in Japan, all over Europe, and my impression as Sasha's is that you can compete with all of those guys in those countries, where you can see that very sophisticated accelerators, hubs, business incubators. So this one in Novi Sad, having all of you today, was one of the best. So. You've done a great job. Why? Because you all show how passionate you are, how thoughtful you are about all of those things that you learned either on your university or during the trainings or during the startup weekends, so you follow the leader. And as I can see, Simone was a very good facilitator, so congratulations to you. Yeah. You will be, hopefully, very similar or the same or better
than Ivana or Petar or George, because you need to be influentials. You need to show that you are believers and to influence on your colleagues, your neighbors, your friends, your, I don't know, very good friends that don't have opportunity to be on a university or to have this kind of practice, that it is possible, and that there are places that they can learn how to really live their own dream and how to earn money. Because at the end of the day, all of those things are aimed to earn money, to live better, to travel, to learn more, and to show how good people we are. Congratulations again, and this is really just the beginning.
Okay, to make this short, congratulations again. You managed something that is very difficult. You managed to stand out here and to show and to share to all of us what kind of knowledge you have, what kind of experience, what you want to share with all of us. And it's pretty stressful to be here and to speak with somebody who even don't know anything about you and doesn't even understand. And you managed to explain to us what is your idea and how would you like to make a profit maybe out of it. Just a short message at the end: don't believe in these figures that we are going to give you at the end on 100%. This is your idea. Believe in your idea, and that's the most important. Nobody at this point can't tell you is this going to work or is it not going to work. This is just one stage, and who knows where is the next stage. So just move on.
Do you want to come up with the crowd for just a rumble or something?
Ciao.
My name is Petar.
My name is Petar. I'm from a small town of Belgrade, on the south of central Serbia. Just kidding. Before I pump up, once again, thank you, congratulations, and bravo to each and every one of you. This is another point in your life and development in your career. This is the knowledge that you will always have, even if it's 1%, it's 1% you didn't have before this. And if you remember just one part of this 10 years from now, my heart will be filled with joy. So. And now, the rings of fire. Who will be number 3?
The third place goes to I'm again.
You can please come to the stage and receive your reward.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We wish you all the joy. And,
you want to say something?
You want to say something?
Thank you everybody for organizing this event, and this was really great experience for us. We are really hoping to attend again next year.
Thank you very much. Okay, group photo. Ivana, come here. Ivana, come here. Ivana, come here. Thank you very much.
Now, the runner-up is, okay, it's quite difficult because we had a problem. There is no runner-up because we have two runner-up. We have two second place because the judges were so difficult for them to decide. So they decide that second place goes to Seifon and Komuna.
Two teams sharing a place in a long time, I think. So this is a very special thing. And group photo. Here. Now the part that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, because we have finished the prize, because we have done double of the prize for the second.
Yes, yeah, that was problematic, so the first prize will get the very triumphal high five from me. And balloons, yes, he can choose 2 balloons, whatever he wants.
No, it's not a joke,
and
it's the first prize.
I mean, we had 2 runner-ups, and you know, what you're gonna do. You have experience, so you got that going for you, and we can take a selfie, and I can make you coffee, I make great coffee, I have witnesses here for that.
You can take home a chair, it's a prize.
Not that chair, some from behind, older one. So, yeah, let's do this just, you know, to say, yeah. Okay, please.
So, first prize goes to
congratulations! Wow, the blue can be better than that. The first prize, come on!
Thank you, guys. What's the prize? What's the prize? Sorry?
Some rules so they can learn.
Experience is fun, right?
Some prizes.
Yeah? Me? Okay. Thank you. Now, an after party here, but before I would like to take a selfie with all of you all together. So I'm asking you to stand up, come on this side of the screen, because I go there to take a selfie. Come on, guys. Are you ready? Go, 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 go.
Ja sam ga podržavao i kad je drugo mesto prošlo.
Closer.
No, you go there.
I will follow.
Stand on the chair.
Ajmo, brisak!
Thank you!